Hey there, I'm Chief. I'm joined by my buddy Ben. We're here to review, discuss, have a general chit-chat about the always interesting, ever-evolving, balls-to-the-wall world of G.I. Joe comics. Welcome to Talking Joe with Chief and Ben. Hey, good buddy, how are you?
I'm alright, mate. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm decorating the house at the moment, so I'm a bit stressed out. I'm working with a proper decorator, and then I'm like his chump.
Right, yeah, the T-boy.
But yeah, basically. But I feel like I'm doing all the work. I'm like rolling all the walls, and all he's doing is cutting in.
Yeah, and collecting that cash paycheck.
Yeah. How's your week?
First of all, not good on the basis of mouth full of ulcers, especially lower lip, left side. Real big bastard. But yes, basically for me, it's either stress, caffeine, or chocolate. So I've not been that stressed, apart from dealing with chumps at work who don't know what they're doing. But that's not too bad. Caffeine, not really had much caffeine. Chocolate, I think I've nailed it. Went to Marks and Spencer yesterday on my lunch break, and don't normally pick up many snacks, but I was a bit tired, a bit run down, and thought a bit of a pick me up. Bought a packet of double chocolate covered peanut balls.
Well, if I go to M&S, I go straight to the Percy Pigs.
Oh dear, yeah.
I don't know
used
what
to do
those
the Percy's, not anymore. But it's in the I don't know what the package is, but it's kind of like it's about that same size bag, a bit squared off on the bottom. Anyway, took them back to the office. Thought I'd have a cup of tea. A couple of these bad boys because they're about 50 calories per. So I thought I'd have two. There's about 20 in the bag.
Did the pack?
Did the pack in about 12 minutes. So about 1,000 calories.
And then the mouth ulcers come?
Oh yeah, the next day. Woke up this morning, absolutely. I
haven't had any for a while. I tell you what, I went to an ale festival on Saturday.
Ooh, nice.
And got absolutely Sergeant slaughtered.
Like it, good reference. He'll be popping up later.
Seriously, the only thing is, everything was pretty normal, got back home, but then woke up the next day, and I have not been that hungover since I was about 21.
Weren't on daddy daycare, were you?
No, but I was in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Firmly. But dude, I swear I got poisoned or something.
Spiked.
It was crazy. My mate got back to his house and blew chunks in his he's got a 6-month-old. He's got a 6-month-old. Just blew chunks in the toy chest.
Oh my goodness.
His missus woke up. He had to throw away the toy chest and all the toys that are in it.
You thought you were in the doghouse.
Seriously. Third born though. So.
Divorce. All right, okay.
But it was just unbelievable. So I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. What am I going to do? So I thought I'd put E.T. on.
Yeah, nice. Win.
You know, sort of comforting.
Yeah.
So put that on. And I thought, I haven't watched it for a while. And I was like, something's not right here. And I was like, at the beginning when the government are looking for E.T., there's all these keys jangling around on their hips.
Right, interesting.
I was like, what's going on here? There's meant to be guns there.
Oh yeah, that's the re-edit, isn't it? Yeah,
that's the threat. But Spielberg, after 9/11, went back in and CG'd out all the guns, as in the guns on their hips.
Yeah,
and put
for walkie-talkies and stuff.
No. But you put keys in.
All right.
They've added in the key jingling sound. It's so weird. Yeah. And then at the end, when the bikes all go over the cars, they used to have shotguns. Yeah. Now they just got like walkie-talkies. Yeah, but great film. But yeah.
Two big things happened to me in the last week. Firstly, bought a new table tennis bat, or I guess I should say paddle. I think paddle's the official terminology.
Some sort of Forrest Gump. Where are you playing that?
Yeah, no, work. I set up like a league kind of ladder thing at work, which had about 20 people, but it's now everyone's just sacked it off. It's basically me and 2 other people, basically. So where I work opposite the BT Sport building in East London.
Sounds like you work at Google if you're playing table tennis.
No, we don't have a table, but the BT Sport building opposite. They got a cafe, cafeteria bit downstairs, and it's kind of open to everyone. So you go across there for breakfast every now and again. But they got a table tennis table, so that's why we play there at lunchtime, breaks and stuff, whatever. But I had to buy a new bat basically because this guy that I play regularly, we play for a bit of cash money. I've taken a fair wad of cash off him. Won't name him.
You smashed your bat, didn't you? I
smashed my bat, yeah. I will name him. His name's Liam. Took about 50 quid off him. And then he went on a run, beating me 3 times in a row. And then
they're quite tough to break.
Not if you smash it into the floor about 6 or 7 times.
Right.
It will go. And basically, he beat me. I smashed it. Then I bought a new bat. First, 25 quidder. Nice one. It's a Kinesis Accelerate X7. I don't know if you're familiar with that
I'm
model.
Not familiar with
it.
No.
No. And so then he beat me. No, it's 4 times. Then I tried it out, getting to grips with it because it could unleash absolute power personified. And he beat me, so he won a 5-0 run. And then since I have now put 4 in a row on him, and I basically the last time I played him, I was in the BT Sport Cafe, and it's a shame there were no BT Sport cameras there to film it and stick it up on the TV because it was an absolute pants down drubbing. The man was crying into his soup afterwards. I literally tore him a new one, and I wouldn't be surprised if he retires and don't want to play me anymore.
Do you ever get a few onlookers? Get a crowd.
Oh yeah.
It must have been quite the scene when you were destroying your bat. I'm surprised you didn't get escorted from the building.
Well, before I actually chucked it, smashed it on the floor, I threw it and it almost hit someone. It basically bounced off some sofa thing and almost came back and hit someone. I had to apologise. She gave me a dirty look. I said, whatever, love. Don't you know we're playing for cash money here? Then smashed it up.
It's not even your building.
No, true. True. Should have kept a low profile. But yeah. So and the other big news, obviously, approaching the festive season, I like to do a mince pie review. Don't know if you're a fan of the mince pie.
Yeah, a lot of people doing this. I've got.
Oh really? I've got
some opinions.
I found some spreadsheets the other day from going back 5-6 years when I was doing it. So.
Were you just supermarket based, or?
So I like to do anything that I can really. So I've got 2. I'll let you know. Let me just have a look. So far I've got 2 in the bag, and I've done the M&S all butter mince pie, and this is their description: delicious all butter short crust pastry mince pies, deep filled with our classic mincemeat, bursting with juicy sultanas, rostizza currants and raisins. I mean, anyone who's naming a type of currant, rostizza, wherever that is, they mean business.
Well, I feel like every time I've done these things, looked at them, the guy gets the Waitrose and the M&S. And it's like, yeah, you think these are going to be the best ones, and then it turns out that it's bloody Lidl.
Well, I don't need to do it anymore, do I? Because you've basically answered the question. Because last year, for me, it was Lidl. I think it was Aldi, maybe, or Lidl. And M&S puff pastry came out the worst on, I think I gauge them on for several categories: look, volume, taste, and something else. Can't remember. But I haven't actually. I've got these ready to go. The other one I've done is I've got Lidl, which is 6 luxury all butter chocolate orange mince pies, crumbly all butter short crust cases, generously filled with lightly spiced orange mince meat, enhanced by a layer of rich chocolate filling.
The pastry was probably rolled by slaves, though.
Yeah. They're minimum wage.
I mean, I don't want to take the Pepsi challenge on mince pies. I just literally eat them like they're biscuits.
You're a fan then?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
But they just go down.
Yeah, they're about 300 cows each, probably.
Are they?
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'll see that when I'm 40.
Yeah.
Right, buddy.
Let's.
Did you read anything?
Read 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully the listeners out there also read them. Just a quick reminder, although it will be too late for this episode, but you can get these issues. The best way to get them is either Comixology, got some good sales on, either on singles or on the trades, or pick up the physical copies. I know you're reading the physical copies. I'm reading the original Marvel-produced floppies from the 80s.
Yeah.
But those. How'd
you find the image on those? I don't know if I'd be happy with that. I like the I like the 80s-ness.
Yeah.
But I think I'd get. Is it quite bleached out? And
it's the palette's a bit drab, and some of the word balloons especially are not holding up as well. And obviously you've got the restored stuff, but I don't mind. That's fine for me.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, let's kick off.
Okay, so we got issue 3. This is script by Larry Harmer, pencils by Herb. Is it Herb Trimpe or Herb Trimpe? Don't know. Inks by Abel and D'Agostino, letters by Diana Albers, and colours by George Roussos. And this is The Trojan Gambit. Cover, fan of the cover, big robot just blasting people.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the cover. Yeah. It's it's bright. I like how they got the yellow and pink in the G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
I mean,
I am worried instantly when I look at a cover like that because I think that's a robot and it's not a Transformer.
Yeah, it's too sci-fi. And I think as a kid when I read this early days, well,
Loved it.
I wasn't a kid because I was probably about 16 when I started reading this. But I didn't. I was like, this is not what I want. I want a hardcore military-based comic, and they're mixing too much sci-fi. But
I think I had similar feelings.
But now, having read it quite a lot, I'm a big fan of this issue. Love it.
Ooh, controversial.
Something's telling me you're not. Anyway, it's called The Trojan Gambit. Like that first opening panel, basically, we've cut straight to the action. G.I. Joe are dismantling a Cobra robot inside a Cobra base.
And
so
you're part of that's just gone down there.
Do I think? Yeah, there's a big scrap gone down. There's a few people bandaged up, possibly injured. Some
peace through war.
But yeah, there's a poster in the background. I'll put this up on the Instagram. Peace through war. Cobra. Picture of Cobra Commander's head. Love it.
Yeah.
But we're immediately in the action here. So something's happened, and the synopsis of this one is there's a big robot that's being dismantled by the Joes. They're taking it back to the pit. Cobra, as a running kind of trope and running storyline, Cobra's always trying to find out where these bastard Joes are housed, where they're holed up in this pit, and that's several storylines across this series are them trying to find out.
Yeah,
and this is the first of those. And that's how the issue plays out. Cobra's trying to find out, and the clues in the title, The Trojan Gambit. This robot, which they've dismantled, is obviously not fully dismantled and dead, if you will, or defunct.
Well, Cobra Commander wanted them to find it and take it back to the pit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So he's, they've done what he wanted. We've got this there now. What can we do? And also, I just want to note out early on, you see General Flagg, and that bastard's in glasses again. Sonny's again.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I got no time for this guy. I mean, no? when is he leaving this comic?
You'll find out later.
I was really chuffed in, I think, issue 5. He gets shot, and I thought he was going to go out, but no, bloody skimmed him.
Yeah.
He's not a Joe to me.
No.
He's
periphery character. He's kind of the authority figure, isn't he? I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I was on board for a little while with this one, but then the bloody head comes off, and then they hit the head, and these spiders come out of it. And
oh mate, I like this bit. They explain. There's a good page where they explain the pit. You see the truck with the robot going down.
That's wicked.
It's all dismantled, whatever, and they kind of break up into teams. We get a bit more of Snake Eyes being a badass. He's cleaning some weapons, and someone's saying, "Why is Snake Eyes cleaning the weapons?" And it's like he doesn't want your gun to jam when you're giving him cover and fire.
Yeah, like that. That was cool.
And at the beginning as well, like in the first page, someone mentions, that weapon that he's got in his boot, that should be against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of weapon he had in his boot, but
yeah, I think it was I didn't really like Cobra Commander just in a helicopter, just sort of, and it was like, should we go? Should we stay? And then
that bit didn't make sense. There's basically Cobra helicopters hovering in the vicinity of this radio. A beacon's gone off.
Yeah, so the spiders have got to get to the surface.
Yeah, beacon's gone off. They know a general vicinity of where the base is, so they're hovering around, but they've only got a limited amount of fuel. But for some reason, this transmitter can only transmit a short distance. It's not like they can stay back in their Cobra base and find out where the pit is. They have to be within, a 200-metre radius of this transmitter or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, so basically, the pilot's like, if we don't turn back now, we're not going to have enough fuel to get back. And then Cobra Commander basically just says, "Yeah, all right. I got loads more plans."
Yeah, I don't know. I quite liked it. The teams broke up.
Did you like the whole thing going on above ground? The dance.
Yeah, so that's kind of another kind of theme. We were saying, Cobra's trying to find the enemy base a lot, the Joe base a lot, but also Joe's going undercover is quite a theme of these early ones. So is it Hawk and Scarlet are upstairs in some sort of chaplain's assistant tea function, and they've got to pretend, that they work in the chaplain's assistant motor pool or whatever.
Yeah.
All the time, there's always noise coming on from down the lower levels of the pit.
Yes.
Yeah, I quite like that as a bit of comedy relief.
And then the spider pops up, and then Scarlet smashes it just in time. Is that right?
Scarlet, crushes it with the heel. Yeah, but I quite liked it. It had a feel. They think this robot has basically put himself back together. He's on the operating table, if you like, and the hands come alive, and it's attached himself together. He's almost like on a rampage now, like the Hulk, smashing through the pit, breaking down doors. They're chucking. I thought Harmer was really inventive with the ways that the Joes try and combat him. So he's down a elevator shaft, and they chuck a big laser cannon thing down at him. Then they cover him in silver paint, and there's aluminium on the floor, so his infrared vision or whatever can't find them.
I just struggled with the imagery of the head crawling around like an octopus type thing.
Yeah.
Just from a stylistic point of view, it just didn't.
I think we are happy to agree to disagree. That ending is almost like a sort of horror movie climax, because they think they've killed the bad guy, and as in all slasher movies, the bad guy's never dead, and that's when, like you say, the head pops up, they smash it, and these 10 little spider drones come out, and it's like we've got to get these in time.
Yeah,
scenario.
Yeah. It's just, I think for me, it's just a bit of an obvious MacGuffin type thing. It's a one and done thing again. I'm waiting for it to get started. I think, Chief, that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. I mean, I like
it. Will get started.
Another thing that I did quite like about this issue, which you won't have got because I'm reading in the floppies, is there's some crazy adverts every few pages in these. I'll read out a couple of my favourites. There's an advert here. So there's adverts for mail order comics, etc. But there's also adverts like this: Kung Fu. Now you can learn the world's most effective self-defense and attack method in the privacy of your own home. Our course teaches you to kick, punch, and throw one or more opponents, as well as knife and gun defences. Also learn martial arts weapons. Free brick breaking course. Earn your black belt. Send coupon and 25 cents for details. Jeez. I mean, do you think many kids were, sending 25 cents to get Kung Fu courses?
I think they probably were, but then what happens? The Kung Fu course just gets posted to you.
Yeah.
That'd be the ultimate in disappointment.
Yeah, it would. And, there's one here as well. There's a lot of these. A lot of stamp adverts. I mean, what was going on back then? Look at this. Unusual stamps. Worldwide assortment. 40-year-old. US airmail. Space station. Wildcat. Medieval ship. Disney. Children. Locomotive. Norman Rockwell. All for only 10 cents when requesting approvals, which must be paid for or returned. State age. Send to Douglas Cook, Department MV33, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89132.
Yeah, I guess at this point they were just selling advertising space to absolutely anyone.
Yeah. And then also one more from this issue. There's a Marvel house ad. Dr. Doom pops up with an important announcement. Get 4 free issues when you subscribe, which means you get... So we need to get a time travel device and go back to 1982, where you get 16 issue subscription for $6.
Yeah,
so
that's nice.
That's I don't know what that is cents per issue, but that's cheap. And also, out of interest, these are the titles that Marvel was publishing that you could subscribe to back then. Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Captain America, Conan, Daredevil, Dazzler, Defenders, Dennis the Menace, Doctor Strange, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, G.I. Joe, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Marvel Tales, Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-1, Master of Kung Fu, Power Man, Peter Parker, Rom, Spider-Woman, Star Wars, Team America, which I don't think is the Team America you're thinking of, Thor, and X-Men.
Nice.
So a lot of books that are still going and a lot of books that are now defunct.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to put a number on this one, Chief?
So this one,
how many Yojo Colas?
I'm giving it 7. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Smoke, he's gone 7. You go high.
Yeah.
You go high. I'm going to have to go low on that one, buddy. I'm going to have to go 5.
Yeah.
I enjoyed some of the dialogue was really cool, but I couldn't get on board.
No.
I couldn't get on board.
I haven't mentioned this to you yet, but what I think we should do is an Every Joe Ever story ranking list. So as we put the scores down, we have a list on a spreadsheet, and we slot that story into a list of all the other ones we've reviewed so far. So by the time we get to the end, we'll have a definitive list, one each, because we're not the same, obviously. With our rankings, we'll have a definitive list each of how the G.I. Joe stories rank against each other.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
And I'll do that as a Google Doc, and I'll post a link to that so anyone else can come and have a view and disagree with us or agree with us.
Generous.
Any? Just very briefly, any favourite Joes from that issue?
I'm just flicking through now. Not massively, buddy.
I'm going to say Steeler, because he's stuck in a room at one point, and he's going to try and lift up some counterweight of the door, and he wants to take his shirt. He takes his shirt off to do it.
Yeah, that scene is funny. The dialogue is very funny there as well. All right, buddy, should we move on?
Let's move on to issue 4, which is called Operation Wingfield. Cover, Joe's.
That's a Billy Average cover for me, Chief.
Yeah, I don't like the cover. I don't know who did the cover, but
it looks
it's not
badly drawn, man.
Badly drawn. Oh no, actually, it says down the side it is Hall and Milgram. Don't know. I know Al Milgram is an inker. I don't know who Hall is, but it's a generic cover with no reflection on what happens in the issue.
Yeah, they panicked.
So this is, like I say, Operation Wingfield. Script Larry Harmer, plot and art by Herb Trimpe, inks by D'Agostino and Abel, letters by Diane Albers, and colours by George Roussos.
I have to say, when I first saw that, I was like, "Ooh, that's Sergeant Slaughter."
Yeah, he's a guy in a cap with shades, and he's got a twirling moustache, machine gun. Does look a bit like Sergeant Slaughter, but it's not. It's some absolute loony, as we'll discover, called Wingfield.
Wingfield, yeah. I have to say, I really did think that. I was a bit confused. I was like, what is going on here? Yeah. Basically, he's training. He's
training guys Full Metal Jacket style. He's like, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Is it Lee Emery?
Oh, yeah, Private Part.
The dude, who's the dude? Yeah, does he play the drill instructor? I think his name's Lee Emery.
Yeah, what's your major malfunction?
Yeah, basically, he's drilling these dudes hard. He's using live ammo as well.
Because I actually thought it was the Joes, and then one of them gets shot. Yeah, and he's like, "Come on."
Yeah, no, he's something. I'm going to find that bit. He goes, "Oh yeah, he's got shot. I think he needs hospital treatment." No, we knew the risks when he joined. He'll have to make do with a field dressing and some aspirin. He's been shot in the leg.
Off an aspirin.
Bloody hell. Anyway, so this is some lunatic. He is running. So it's something called Strike First. It's a paramilitary operation, and they think they're being funded. Joes think they're being funded by Cobra. Nothing potentially illegal going on, but on the outside looking in. But we think they're being funded by Cobra. So let's send in some undercover dudes.
Yeah, so who goes in? It's Hawk.
I think it's Hawk and Grunt.
Snake Eyes.
And Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is the outside man. Yeah, Snake Eyes is the outside man. Grunt and Hawk go in. And, this dude is running a tight ship, basically, this Wingfield dude. He's a proper loony.
Yeah.
Because he mentions at one point, your future's grim. We've got to prepare you for the total collapse of civilization. I mean, what the hell's he expecting?
Which he's well up for.
Oh, he's a mutual destruction. He is. Later on, you find out he's got nukes. He just wants to blow the shit out of Russia and America. What's his?
Go on.
I was going to say, what's his overall plan though? He's happy to launch nukes at everyone, and he thinks he'll be he's like these mad Americans that are kind of off the grid. It
goes from it just keeps getting more ridiculous as it goes on. His plan, and desperate. And at one point, he's like, "No, we're launching nuke in the States. Then they think it's Russia. Then they'll launch one on Russia, and then we're basically we're bunked down. And when the planet has been destroyed, we'll
emerge
rise
from the
up
ashes. Yeah,
and create a new world order.
Yeah." Yeah,
I thought the best part of this issue was all the Snake Eyes stuff.
Well, I'm just looking at that page now. It's a really cool bit where Grunt and Hawk are doing some training, and they're like, shit, we better not look too good.
Yeah.
But they're like, we're holding back, but we're still ahead of the pack. And then my favourite bit there is Snake Eyes. This is in his journal he's writing. Observed Hawk and Grunt pretending to be clumsy and slow in a most unconvincing manner.
Yeah. I enjoyed all of that
He doesn't
stuff.
suffer fools lightly.
Also, the bit where he's cutting the wire.
Yeah.
And he's trying to sync up with the highest levels of nocturnal...
Insect noise.
Brilliant. That's so good. There's humour there, man.
Yeah. And then, that's the bit where we, because at the moment we don't know they're funded by Cobra, or the Joes don't know they're funded by Cobra, and then they overhear some talking in a secret hut, whatever, and then that's like you said, where Wingfield's outlining his plan about, let's just fucking launch these nukes and let them have it, see what happens.
Yeah, he's pretty sure there's someone on the inside.
Yeah, but then that's a weird bit, because he's like, there's someone on the inside. The next scene is just Grunt and Hawk just throwing fists at people. They hadn't even been outed as the insiders, but they just decide to throw down. I didn't really get that bit.
Yeah, also it looks like they're doing well, and then the next panel is they've been captured. And then so Snake Eyes sends for help.
Gets on the Morse code, back to the G.I. Joe base to send in reinforcements. And then it all goes crazy, because then basically Carruthers, Wingfield's right-hand man, takes off in this B-29 Flying Fortress or whatever it is with the nukes ready to go. Then somehow...
where's he going?
He's going to Vladivostok.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And then Hawk finds some fighter jet on the on the airfield, and he just goes off after him.
Yeah, there's some crazy continuity. Hawk just nips off, takes care of him, then lands back, having done it.
Well, I think he shoots him down, doesn't he? He shoots him down, and Carruthers ditches in the sea.
Yeah,
and then we cut back, and
the radio that Wingfield is using is incredible.
I mean, in the 80s, I know on Wall Street and all that kind of thing, they were big. You had those mobile phones with the wire onto like the
breadstick onto the suitcase.
Yeah, it was a suitcase that you had to wind it up or charge it or something. It's like a handbag. Yeah. And he's got one of them.
Strong look. Actually.
He's got one of them, but he's not really, because this is like 4 times the size.
Yeah. It's good, but it also does other things. It's like
he set some timer on the bomb that's in the base to blow up as well.
Look at it; it's so funny. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but then he wants to shoot. He's about to shoot. Who's he going to shoot? The hostages, or no? There's women and children on the base, and they're about to leave, and he's like, "I'm going to shoot you."
Some of the families that he encourages to come.
Yeah. And then, as it turns out, he gets shot by his own missus.
Yeah. And also,
who had no, she got referenced earlier, but she had no real part to play the whole issue until she pops up at the end to shoot her husband in the back.
Yeah, I had to double take that. I was like, wow, they just shot him dead. Shot him in the back.
Yeah, lot of death early on in these Joe comics.
That's what I thought. And then,
but they're still left with this bomb. He's triggered this bomb to blow up in 10 minutes. Then you get a nice scene. Larry Hama's very good at doing these scenes where he talks you through. It's like when they talk through a heist movie, they talk through the plan, and then that voiceover of talking through the plan is when they show the footage of them doing the plan. It's kind of here. They're, talking through how they're going to disarm the bomb as we see panels of them doing it. Yeah.
And it turns out that he actually had about 2 seconds.
Yeah, quite tense scene. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's good. Good. I have to say, I did not get the last 3 panels.
The last 3 panels...
Is that a joke, or what's going on there?
What, where there's...
Basically the Hicks...
There's some Hicks driving by. Yeah, I don't know. What does he say? Clem, looks like they moving in some real soldier boys up to the old Wingfield place. Yep, liquor prices are going to go up. And the sheriff will be setting his speed trap again. Best be keeping a close eye on your women folk too. Don't know.
It's weird. Yeah. Weird last panel, I thought.
Yeah.
A couple of Hicks driving by.
Yeah, love it. Can't get enough of Hicks.
But it was an okay issue. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
For one and done.
We start getting letter pages here as well now. In the back, and I'll post some of my favourites up on Instagram.
Okay.
And Twitter. Cool. I'll read out one for you. Dear editor, read G.I. Joe 1. Great. I can't wait till number 2. From Matt.
Simple.
Yeah, simple.
They must have had an abundance of letter quality to put that one in.
Whoosh. Yeah.
We got one.
Later on, we'll get some even, down the line, we'll get some real tough questions that Larry Hama pops into the letter page to answer himself.
Wow.
In later issues.
Tell me, Chief, how many Yo-Jo Colias are you giving to that bad boy?
I am giving this one... I actually quite liked it. I'd probably put it on par with the first issue. So I'll give it a 6, but in my rankings, I think I preferred it. So it's going to go above that, but I'm giving it 6 Yo-Jo Colas.
All right, buddy, I'll give it a 6 as well.
Yeah.
As far as a one and done goes, that's about as good as it gets for me. That was a good one.
Yep,
I enjoyed it.
So now we got the last one we'll talk about today, which is issue 5. This one is Tanks for the Memories. Good pun. And cover, big fan of this cover. The G.I. Joe Mobat tank is blasting da-bam on the front. There's a Cobra troopers scattering and running. Although I don't think these Cobra troopers actually appear in uniform in this issue.
Dude, that's right. But when I saw that cover, I was like, yes, Cobra.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
This is a good cover to catch it. There's a little caption which says, featuring blazing combat in Central Park.
Yeah, that got me really excited. That doesn't actually really happen.
No.
I thought it was going to be a massive fight in Central Park. I was like, yes.
Yeah. So
real world location as well, which I like.
This is issue 5, November 1982. We've got script by Larry Hama, pencils by Don Perlin, inks by Agostino and Esposito, letters by Jim Novak, colours by Stan Goldberg.
Yeah, basically starts off with tank porn. All the male Joes are getting off.
They are. Scarlett's there, and they're basically jerking off over how amazing this tank is. She is having none of it. It's a really good couple of pages. Basically, they're telling her, "Look, we got this," and she's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "We got this," and she's like, "Big deal," you know.
And you see them use all the things they're talking about later.
Yeah. I don't suppose you can plug a Pac-Man cartridge, huh? Scarlett, she's not having any of it. She's not into tanks, I guess.
No. And then I wasn't too sure what was going on here. You got the courier scene.
Yeah, so I think what's happening here is your old man General Flagg that you're not a fan of.
No,
he has got this new. We've got this new Mobat tank, and he wants to. There's a veterans parade or some kind of parade going down the street. I think Armed Forces Day parade. That's it. And he wants to put this tank in the parade under there's some Joint Chiefs of Staff or some bigwigs are going to be in the crowd, and he wants to roll this tank through the parade to basically. They'll think, oh, look, it's just a normal tank, and he's like, no, this is a super special tank. But again, I don't even know if I've got that right. I've read the issue multiple times. I just read it before this pod. I still don't understand if that's.
I meant the actual bit after the tank opening scene where.
Oh yeah, so you see a courier. You see, and then changing hands, going into a cab, going into some other drop off. Then it ends up. In the sewers where a communique is handed off to Cobra, effectively.
And the way that Cobra Commander is spending his downtime,
amazing.
And he's just sat in a throne taking pot shots at the Joes.
It's a shooting gallery
with Baroness with a pair of binoculars. They're literally 5 meters away.
Yeah. And she's like a bit. What'd she say? A little high and to the left, Cobra Commander. Otherwise, you're grouping too tightly in the centre of mass. So
busy.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's cardboard cutouts or mannequins or what he's done there, but yeah, he set up a little shooting gallery for himself.
Yeah, it's still not expanding anymore on just it's Cobra Commander, it's Baroness,
Cobra Commander, Baroness, and they're kind of in some.
Stage,
they are in a sewer because the panel before there's a guy wading through water, and it's definitely the sewers underneath the city.
That scene, yes, yeah. That's right.
So it's like a sub base or whatever, because obviously he had a big Cobra Island in one of those in the first.
Oh
issue.
Yeah, this isn't the main thing. This is just his New York hideout.
Yeah. And Flagg's here talking to some of these bigwigs. He's got his sunnies on, but I'll give him this because this time he's actually outdoors, so it may well be sunny. So I'll give him.
There's a fantastic panel after that of the Mobat with the 3 G.I. Joe in it. Like full frame, you
full
see it
frontal
with the turret.
Yeah. And then
so cool.
Steeler, it might be Steeler in the top, and he's got a video camera on the front. He's zoomed in on one of these cheerleaders' asses. Yeah, because it's a marching band. Sorry, not cheer. It's a marching band. They're in the parade. There's a marching band in front, and he zoomed right in.
It was 1982.
1982, love it. And then we get a quality. Cobra goes all spy love me. Basically, they. There's a float behind the Mobat. They open up the doors and they try and suck that Mobat in.
Yeah, and the Mobat's unarmed, isn't it? It's got no... It can't shoot, it can't do anything.
It's got all these, fancy weapons, whatever, but they've been, like you say,
Disarmed.
they've been turned off, configured off, if you will.
So they go racing around for a bit, and then the band to get their weapons out.
Yeah, the band actually turns out to be obviously Cobra troops in disguise.
Yeah, and initially I was like, "Oh, is that named people?" But no, it's just
Joe Schmoes,
goons, I think.
Yeah,
for the most part. And then they kind of go on a merry chase around NYC.
Yeah, NYC, Central Park, and Steeler and the guys driving the tank don't give a flying F about running people over. Well, they don't run anyone over, but they're like, get out of the way, we're coming through in this super tank.
Yeah.
But
Cobra
and then that Cobra Commander's just giving orders. He's under, under the streets giving orders.
Yeah.
I don't know what their actual plan was. What was Cobra's actual plan here? They're going to... They obviously knew the thing was going to be in the parade because they'd intercepted the plans or whatever. They're going to capture it.
Tank.
They just want it and just reverse engineer it, do they, or something?
Yeah. I think that they don't really go into much more detail than that, but that's a pretty good plan.
Okay, but then they've lost it. They've lost it. The Cobra's lost the tank.
Yeah, instantly.
Where's it going to be? Boom! In the lake.
Yeah, that's nice because. They did state earlier that it can just sit at the bottom of a lake.
Correct. State waterproof.
Yeah. So and then also you think they think that it's shot at them, but actually it was using the PA system.
Yeah, because you get a big blam, and the Cobra's like, "Holy ball bags! This thing's operational. And but they're using the PA system. All Cobras surrender. Done. Job done.
Yeah, and then, these general guys, they got a serious hard-on for tanks, because some of the dialogue, he's like, I want a tank, show me a tank, where are the tanks? Yeah. He's absolutely losing it. And then he does see a tank, but then what happens? Oh, no, the tank, they're heading for the kind of bandstand thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on? So they all draw their weapons.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, bang, they go right through to where Cobra Commander is.
Yeah.
And then...
that's where Flag takes one.
Well, then I was like, yes, Cobra Commander's just going to off Flag, which would be great.
Flesh wound. Flesh wound.
We could lose him, but just a flesh wound that he seems none too happy about.
Yeah, Scarlet patches him up, though.
And then what happens at the end here? We've got they're just simulating how they actually did that thing.
Yeah. Action-packed issue, definitely.
Yeah, I liked it. I like that one. Out of those three, that was, for me, the best one.
Right.
I like, New York.
Yeah.
Just running around New York. Cobra Commander's in it. It's funny how there was no, Cobra Troopers on that cover, and then they weren't in the actual issue.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
So you're
giving it a...
Ooh, good God. You go first, buddy.
I'm going to go... I liked it a lot. I probably didn't like it as much as the issue 3, which you didn't like. And I know we're not doing half cans of Yojo, because if you got a half can, you're going to drink that mother. So I don't know whether we go 6 or 7. What did I give issue 4? I gave that a 6. This is better than that, so I'm going to give it a high 6. So it's still a 6.
Yeah, so it means no. It's a high 6.
But in my rankings, it's going to go above those other ones. So,
okay.
You see what I'm saying? So even though it's a 6, the Wingfield one was a 6. They're not comparable. They're kind of comparable, but on the charts, when you see this Google Doc, it's going to be above it.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll just give it a regular, good old-fashioned 6.
Regular, good old-fashioned 6. Okay, yeah, cool. A couple of adverts from this issue. If you need a live chameleon, by the way, back in 1982, you can get one by getting a live chameleon free with an order of 6 months' supply of chameleon food, 200 live mealworms, $2.75, add 25 cents postage and handling.
Clutching at absolute straws for ad space.
Just another 2 I'm going to point out here. Lastly, be a slam dunker. Stuff shots. Be a real elevator, man. Amazing basketball booklet. Increases jumping ability 6 inches in 6 weeks. Free sports action poster with winner's secret. Bonus 7 golden rules that can help you make their team. $2.95. Sent to All Star Sports, Department M, Wishing Well Circle, Penfield, New York 14526. And the last one I want to read out, this advert, which I was very interested in. Be taller. For facts about height increase, send 35 cents to Tall Up, Department 60047, Box 32307, Louisville, Kentucky 40232.
Tall Up.
Be taller. For facts about height increase, send 35 cents to Tall Up.
Wow. I think what I quite like about there's a kind of sweetness that back in those days everything was book based and was, if you want it, you got to read it and then make it happen.
That's it exactly.
Whereas, the kids of today, they just want apps and whiz bangs, don't they?
Yeah.
Be taller. My dad and brother used to stretch me when I was young.
Serious? Didn't Peter Shilton, ex-England goalie, used to hang from the banister with weights on his ankles to make him taller? Saved a lot of goals.
Give him that extra inch.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, what else?
Well, I think that's it. We've done issues 3, 4 and 5 there. So next episode we'll be covering 6.
I feel the 3-issue structure works for me. I like it.
Yeah, we'll cover 6, 7 and 8 next. What I was thinking is if we hit any arcs which are kind of defined 4-issue stories, then we might cover, 4 issues.
Yes. Man, I want those arcs. Jeez.
So we'll be
covering. That's what I'm holding out for.
We'll be covering 6, 7 and 8 next episode. Like I said earlier, if you want to read along with us, do it or do it in advance. A couple of options. Go to Comixology. They've got some good sales on the collected editions. Pick up the hardbacks, pick up the paperbacks, pick up the single issues. Plenty of ways to get these issues. I don't think they're overly expensive if you want to get the actual floppies. Just a quick look at. I'm looking at what we got lined up. This might get the juices flowing. Number 6, we've got the October Guard debut with a great cover. Cobra Commander's helmet with reflections of the Joe team on the left, the October Guard, which is effectively the Russian equivalent of G.I. Joe. On the left, on the right.
This is a 2-parter, isn't it?
It's called To Fail Is to Conquer, To Succeed Is to Die. It is a 2-parter, yes, because then number 7 is a great cover, back to back, and then Heroes, and then number 8 is I've forgotten about this one. This is a crazy looking one. Codename Sea Strike.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That's what we got to look forward to. You can find us if you want to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at talking_Joe. You can also find us on Instagram. I'll be posting some pics from the issues. We've done some posts already. I might even post some mince pies pictures and some pictures of my loft. If anyone wants to see those.
Go easy. You should go easy on those mince pies. Yeah. How many are you doing a day?
I try and limit myself to 2 if I can.
Oh Christ, that's nothing. No. That's not.
But I've got to get through a lot of. I want to get through a minimum of kind of 10 brands.
10 brands. There's not even 10 supermarkets.
We'll find out.
You're gonna have to go to like a bakery or something.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, so you can find us on Instagram. Just search for Talking Joe Comics. Obviously, spread the word about the pod. We'd really appreciate it if you can subscribe, rate, and review. I want to steal a line from one of my favourite podcasts, which is Crime in Sports. Go listen to it. It's really good. But they always stress that we need those reviews and those ratings on iTunes because they operate a funky iTunes algorithm to get up the ranking charts, and no one knows how it works. All we know is it dances around a lot, and to feed that algorithm, we need those ratings and reviews. So help us do that. Spread the word. And we got a email address which is talkingjoecomics@gmail.com. Might even be talkingjoe@gmail.com. So I don't know. Actually, don't email us yet. I'll confirm.
Like if you type those words in any order, it will get to us. Talking something, Joe. Yeah. Loads of ways to find us. I mean, this is kind of new for us, so we're finding our feet. But I'm having a good time doing it, Chief. Yes,
I'm having a great time so far. I think we've, been a bit informative, a bit fun. If there's anything you want us to include in the pod or flesh out, or anything like that, let us know.
You up in the loft tonight, or
up in the loft? Not as cold as last time. I got my hazelnut and cacao organic milk drink and my almond and coconut protein bar. So
God, you're going to be living up there.
I'm okay.
You're going to be living up there with just a pack of mince pies.
Yeah. Anything good planned for you the coming week?
Oh, got to finish decorating. Got to finish that, and then Saturday put the Christmas decks up with the kids, I guess. Yeah, that's about it, really.
The Gmail is talkingjoecomics@gmail.com, by the way. And at the moment, this pod, when it hits, it'll be searchable as well on your favourite pod players, and I think we're going to possibly put it up on Google Play as well.
Yeah. It's funny, I live in a world where I think every single human has an iPhone, but apparently they don't, and people have Android phones and different things.
Yeah.
So, we want to be for everyone, so I'll get it up on Google Play too.
Good stuff.
All right, buddy.
Have a good week. Everyone out there listening, have a good week, and we will catch you down the road.
Cheers, dude. Laters.